Another day, another empties. This time it is my body care empties. I believe this is 2 months worth of empties from September and October, and a complete, almost full Trader Joe's bag. So if you want to go grab a snack, grab a drink, enjoy. So the first product I finished was the Byoma brightening body lotion. I bought this from Amazon. To me, this consistency was more of like a body serum than it was a body lotion. I also felt like the brightening effect did happen. I think my skin looks shinier, less dull, if that makes sense. So it did do what it said it was gonna do. But again, I felt this was more of a serum. Like I would use this during the summer if I did not want something thick, heavy duty into my skin. I deal with very dry skin. So this one, I don't think I would repurchase, but I am currently using the Byoma Hydrating Body Lotion. And this one is a thicker formula, and I would definitely repurchase this one over this one. Just because that one, like I said, is a thicker formula, especially for my dry skin. But the consistency or the likeness, I could compare this to the Fenty body butter. It's very thin, like I said, and I felt like it did brighten my skin, as in like the look of it. But again, I would use this during the summer when I didn't want too much product sitting on my skin, as well as it doesn't take much to rub this in. That's one of the good things about both of the body lotions. You don't have to sit there and rub for like eternity. So if you're looking for a almost body serum, body lotion, and you don't deal with dry or very dry skin, this would be your product. Next, I finished the Olay Nighttime Rinse Off Body Conditioner plus Retinol from Olay. I use this during the time of the month. And during the time of the month, I just don't like getting out the shower and putting on lotion. So I like the idea of adding this while in the shower. And then once I get out, I don't have to add anything else unless I want to. And this one, I felt like I typically don't like body conditioners due to feeling like it's just sitting on my skin. I don't feel like it soaks in. I think it feels like just like a layer on top of like protection. And I would only repurchase this again for that time of the month. Other than that, conditioners are not my thing. Jackie Aina put me onto the Olay body conditioners, and I think it's a smart idea, but I just don't like feeling like there's a film on top of my skin. Next, I get this in my subscribe and save every month. This is the Spongeables Pedi Scrub in a Sponge. I was put on this by McKenna Walker. I enjoy the idea of having a separate pedicure sponge, especially for hygienic purposes. And this has a 4-in-1 cleanse, exfoliate, moisturizes, and massages. I don't know what they're talking about with the massages part, but the cleanse and the exfoliate part does work. It comes dual side. One side is the exfoliator, one side is like the sponge side to clean. And you can use this for 20 plus washes, and I think it was like $6. So I definitely do repurchase and will continue to repurchase. Next, I finished a couple of the Dove Sensitive Moisturizing Cream Bar Soap. Y'all know this is a tried and true. I have this on subscribe and save. I will continue to repurchase. I use this as my first round of washing, and then I go in with the scent of the month. But I love this. I love the bar soap. I know that they have this in liquid form, but I just feel like the bar soap does a much better cleanse than using the liquid soap. Here's another one. I'm on my third Dove Sensitive Bar Soap. Next, this isn't actually completed, but this fully dried out. It is a Cottonelle flushable wipes, 14 wipes. I use this when I travel, or like on the go, because you just never know. You might need to touch up your armpits down there. Your hands might get dirty. These are a repurchase constantly because, you know, you just never know. Also, I like the idea that they are flushables. Next, I finished the Kopari Guava Hydrating Body Wash with coconut water, aloe, and sea kelp. I enjoyed the smell of this. I love Kopari, the brand in general. This smells really, really, really good. I would buy this again next summer. But I don't think it would be like my winter scent unless I was like in the tropics. But Kopari's, like I said, is a great brand. This smells really good. The only thing I did not like about is whenever I would let this sit like this, it would liquidate to the bottom of the container. So whenever I would open it, the lid would have some soap. So whenever I was in the shower or not using it, I always had it sitting up like this. So that's the only thing I would say is it's so liquidy that it would end up in the top. Next, I finished 3 witch hazel packets. Each packet comes with 25 cloths. I was using this for my face and my body. So this was a 2-in-1, which is why I went through a lot more. I believe this comes in a pack of 4 or 5. Everything will be linked in the description. Everything I bought is typically from Amazon. This is on Subscribe and Save. Love this. I use it again on my face and my body. And this is a tried and true. Another Dove bar soap I finished. So that's 4. Next, I finished the Someday Sunday Tone and Tighten Body Cream Clean Slate Fragrance Free. There's a little corner of some product there, but as you can see, I used this baby down, finished it. If you need a fragrance-free body lotion, this is the one to go. I like the Vanilla Embrace from them. This is a small business based in Kansas. It's by a fellow YouTuber named Latoya Ebony. And I love this. I love this product. Love this brand, and I will continue to repurchase, especially if she comes out with a subscribe and I can automatically have it just sent to me. Again, my favorite one is the Vanilla Embrace, but I could say the Clean Slate is a great one, especially if you are sensitive to smells. Next, I finished the Native Coconut and Vanilla Deodorant. I use this thing down to the point where it's like at the bottom where it was scraping me. I enjoy it. Love a coconut and vanilla smell. This is typically what I would use in the winter. This is paraben free and aluminum free. I don't ever have a preference on if my products have aluminum or parabens. I do it based off of smell and like preference. So I love Native, love the brand, but this is my second favorite scent, coconut and vanilla. They used to have a cupcake one, and I love that down, but I realized that was a collab, and that's why I can't seem to find it ever again. Next, another Dove bar soap. So that's 5 now. Next, I finished the First Aid Beauty Anti-Chafe Stick with shea butter and oatmeal. I use this product pretty much whenever I was working out or if I planned on walking for an extensive amount of time, and I agree it helped prevent anti-chafing because these thighs rub together heavily. And so yeah, I would continue to repurchase this. Again, this works. I use this for my inner thighs, and that's about it. If I was to repurchase this, or when I do, I'd probably get the mini because this big one lasted me so long, and I'm only using it for my inner thighs, so I just need a mini. Next, I finished the Brazilian Crush body fragrance mist from Sol de Janeiro. This one, again, was my summer scent. Like, I love this smell. I have a new one unopened, so I will be using that one next summer. This is, to me, a summer scent, but other people use their scents differently. If you like Sol de Janeiro, I would recommend picking this one up. Next, I finished the Rare Beauty Fine Comfort Hydrating Body Lotion. I use this more for my hands than my actual body. I used this a couple times and I felt like my body was stinging or having this like effect because of how fragrant this was. So it didn't work well on my body. Sometimes the second time I used this, I had to shower it off. So just beware if your body is sensitive to fragrance. This is heavily fragranted. I've never had an issue before using this product, so I was very shocked by like how my body is, especially because, as you can see, I've mentioned other products that have fragrance in it, like my deodorants, my body washes, my perfume. So it was very weird to have this sensation, but I just started using this for my hands only because my hands weren't having issues. It was just like my arms, as well as sometimes like my thighs were reacting not in a positive light. But I do love Rare Beauty. I do like how fragrant it is, because it smelled so good, and that's why I picked it up. But it sadly didn't work for me. Next, this is being thrown out. This is the Nair Shower Cream. I am throwing this away because I think this expired, and I was using this under my arms as well as my legs, and I felt like I had a chemical burn or chemical discoloration under my arms, but I didn't know if it was this product being expired or what the causation of it. So I'm just throwing this away. I'll pick this up again and use it, especially for my legs. I love this for my legs. I love the idea of like not having to shave. And the only downfall is I do not like the smell. People say this different Nair products don't smell. They all stink to me. But they do work, okay? And I like that this stayed on in the shower. It is a shower cream, so like you put it on before you get in the shower, and then you wipe it off in the shower. But you're supposed to, according to the instructions, you're supposed to wait a minute before showering when you apply this, and then you can shower as usual, wait 3 additional minutes, and then don't exceed a total of 10 minutes of application. So it does work. I don't know if this was the causation of the like a chemical burn or discoloration under my armpits, so I'm gonna throw this away and just get a whole new one. I finished the Olay Nostalgia Body Butter. This was natural ingredient sourced in Africa. I think I got this in a BoxyCharm or Etsy, something like that. This was really, really good. I loved it. It was a small application. I use this more on my heels, or I would use this on my hands. And so it worked. It worked, kept my feet moisturized, and I absolutely loved it. Next, I finished the Fenty Eau de Parfum. Love this. When I'm feeling like being bold, if I'm going out to the nightclub or something, nightlife, I always grab my Fenty. I used to wear it to work, but then I realized it was really strong, because one thing about the smell, it's going to be very strong. So I started wearing it like at night during like a night period. But again, this one is amazing. I think I have 2 or 3 of the full size, and then I have the travel size. So love this. Love Fenty down. I want her to come out with a new perfume. Like, I'm excited for like a daytime one or something. Next, I finished the Majestic Pure, the Himalayan Scrub Marine Collagen and Sweet Almond Oil Scrub. I believe I talked about this in a different empties. I tried a different scent. I think the lychee one. I prefer the lychee over this one because I like that smell of it. But these scrubs do work. If you like a thinner scrub, I would recommend this one because of the consistency. And yeah, I didn't like the idea of sticking my hands in here every time I wanted to use the body scrub, which is one of the reasons why I probably won't repurchase. The idea of like sticking and grabbing a chunk, especially because I was doing this in the shower. So when I grabbed some in there, I was adding water in there from my shower. So at some point, to me, it was half scrub, half water. So if they could have this in a different packaging, that would be great. But again, I believe this is very affordable. This is on Amazon, like most of these other products I've mentioned. And so just check it out. I like the lychee one better though. Next, I finished the Honey Pot Prebiotic Foaming Wash. It's a daily wash. I enjoyed it, like the applicator. Sometimes I would use my coochie sponge or coochie mitt, and this wasn't a great thing to use on the coochie mitt. But if I was using just my hands to wipe down there, my feminine wash, this was a great product. So just be mindful of that. If you're using a sponge, it's not going to work well, but if you use your hand, it does work immensely well. And you're supposed to shake and pump 3 times. Almost near the end, I see the bottom of the bag. Next, I finished another one of the sponges. Like I said, I get this in Subscribe and Save on a monthly thing, so that's why I have 2 in here. Next, I finished the e.l.f. Skin Holy Hydration Remedy Hand Cream. Again, I deal with dry skin, so hand creams are always a must. I really enjoy this. This was very liquidy, I would say. I use this completely up. Love how affordable it was. I would repurchase this, and I would just carry it in my bag. I like the Holy Hydration line from e.l.f. because I have dry skin. I finished the Ariana Grande. I don't know which one this is because there's just Ariana Grande with a almost like a heartbreak emoji on it. This was a great smelling perfume. I was wearing this during the day. I lost the lid of it too. So yeah, I would repurchase this. There's not much to say. I have a couple more perfumes to go since we're on the line of perfumes. I finished the Kayali Utopia Vanilla Coco 21 and the Juicy Apple Eden 01. I love both of these. I used this during the day, the vanilla one. I have this in full size that I just save and use sparingly. And then this one, the Eden one, I used on a special occasion or in the evenings. And I felt really like it smelled like an apple. I think I would repurchase this, another travel size one. I don't think I would use or purchase a full size just because I don't go out at night much, and I haven't been really taking trips, so that's the reason why I wouldn't purchase this again. However, if I do travel more or if I start going out at night, I would pick this up again. I finished another of the witch hazel, so I'm at 4 witch hazel cloths, and those are from T.N. Dickinson, by the way. Oh, I finished another Fenty travel size. That just shows you how much I love the Fenty. And then I finished a Sol Charosa number 62 from Sol de Janeiro. I enjoyed this as well. I used this during the day. So I like more subtle vanilla, coconut, summery things in the day. And then if I want something bold, I use it at night. So this was great. Love the travel size. And I also believe I'm more of a travel size girl than a full size girl product. due to wanting something to throw in my bag very quickly instead of having to take that huge container. We are in the last 3 items. One of the items I finished was a Secret aluminum-free pH balancing, notes of coconut, 48-hour odor protection. Loved it, used it up. It is like done completely. It's free of aluminum salts, parabens, dyes, and talc. Again, I picked it up because it was aluminum free. I don't really have a preference or not of whether I use it. A product has it, but I do love the Secret brand. I think it's one of like my childhood brands. I've always used Secret. So yeah, I would definitely repurchase. Finish the Someday Sunday Tone and Tighten Brighten body cream in the Pineapple Sunrise. Oh my goodness, this absolutely smelled like pineapples. This is such a great summer scent as well. Even just the container, like there's nothing in here and all I can smell is a pineapple. Love this. I would use this if I was on vacation. Couple of favorites that I use on vacation, and this might be up there. This might be up there someday. That pineapple one might be up there. And then the last thing I finished was a Someday Sunday Massage Bar Chocolate Bliss. I use this not as a massage bar, but I use this as a foot moisturizer. Personally, I would put this on as soon as I got out of the shower. I would put it on my heels and on my feet. I didn't really use it to like massage. And yeah, so this is the last product I'm gonna mention. I'm done with all of my empties. Thank you for staying as long as you did. Thank you for watching. If you haven't checked out any of these brands, check them out. A lot of these products are on Amazon, but also will be linked in my description. Someday Sunday is not on Amazon specifically, so I'll link that website. I don't think the massage bar is available. I think this was part of a set, but everything else will be linked. And thank you for staying for this round of my body care empties. I will see you next month. Let me know if you've tried any products you would recommend. Bye.